Hi and welcome to the Outquisitions podcast, where we spotlight industry leaders redefining success. The goal of each episode of the podcast is to uncover their stories, their strategies, and insights to inspire, inform, and really elevate your own journey. So let's dive into today's conversation with yet another super inspiring guest. If you want to listen to a really interesting talk, then stay tuned. So John, thank you for joining. How are you?
Fine, and you?
Yeah, I'm great. Thank you. As a first question, can you please present yourself and your company?
I'm John Slagboom. I'm the CEO and owner of GISS Projekt Group with offices in Germany and in the US.
Beautiful. So could you walk us through who you help with your company and how do you help them from high level, from a bird's eye view?
Our group is serving oil and gas industry, wind energy, steel construction, solar panels, so solar energy, and everything else what comes along and where they need help for their projects. Mm-hmm. We are an engineering company who's supporting these industries in projects on large and smaller scale. We also deliver complete site teams for these projects in order to get them done within time, within budget.
So where does this expertise come from? Has it been a long time you are in this industry?
I am in this industry now for over 35 years.
Right.
So, yeah, so the knowledge and also our personnel, which also brings a huge amount of knowledge with them.
So could you walk us through what made you start in this industry 35 years ago? What's the story?
I started this industry actually because of my father. Mm-hmm. He was a welder, and he said, listen, this is something that you can do and you will have a job for the rest of your life. So I did my training. I went to school for it and started up as a welder in the dirt and everything, and climbed up in the past 35 years to a company owner. Mm-hmm. So did all kinds of things with from welding to starting up training schools for welders, doing commercial jobs as sales rep and advisor. Then I started in the inspection industry for the before mentioned industries, and yeah, now I own my own company with all these things that we've done or what I've done in the past years. And arrogant as I am, thought I could do better.
Yeah, that's the way.
Yeah,
beautiful. Okay, so how is it going so far? Past few years, what are some of the the trends you might notice? How is it going? Also, how does AI play into all that? What's winds are blowing?
We cannot complain about what is happening at the moment. Of course, there are some changes within the various industries. Companies are not very eager to invest on larger scales. This is what we recognize, for instance, here in Europe. On large projects, it takes a long time before they decide. But for us, we cannot complain. We also do smaller projects, so we have a very broad, uh, area where we can put our personality.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how does AI play into all that? Is it significant in your industry?
There are people who are working with AI. I don't work with AI at all.
Really?
Yeah, I still believe in personal contact. I still believe, and this is what I try to promote within our company and with among our people, that they have to think for themselves. Yeah. This is what I try to accomplish, that people are thinking for themselves and using their knowledge, their expertise, and also the expertise within the company in order to solve problems. What we do have is that we digitalize a lot of our jobs that we do, in order to make sure that we have the same layout, the same walkthrough of inspections and so on. Yeah. And also to make sure that they don't make any mistakes or lose information or forget to inspect something which is needed. And this is what we do at quality inspections, is what we do at safety aspects, start jobs before they have to do a risk analysis or last minute risk analysis. And this is what we do through our own application that we have.
So it's interesting that you don't want to leverage AI because it's for many companies, it's huge. Like the leverage you can have.
There, when I look at my day, I get, I don't know, around 10 to 20 requests or advertisements about artificial intelligence. I still try to keep away from it. I still try to make sure that our people are thinking for themselves, to make their own image, because a lot of things you cannot let be done by artificial intelligence. There are many variables in our industry in order to get it done at one way. There are things that need to be learned, which still needs human interference.
Yeah. Usually me as a business owner, when I'm faced with a situation where I need to take a choice A or choice B, a big mistake that I've done in the past is to choose between A or B. Whereas now I always ask myself, is there any way I can choose both A and B? So in your case, this is the question I'm asking you right now. Is there any way that your people could for themselves and also use AI just to have more leverage?
Difficult. Yeah, because like I said, the choices that they make in the field are choices that need to be made directly. Yeah.
Okay.
For instance, entering a confined space. Yeah. We don't have time to wait for some program to give me an answer.
Yeah. Okay.
If some accidents happen, we also do site safety. If an accident happened, we don't have time to wait for a program to give me an answer.
Right.
So I have to rely on the personnel, the training that we give, and the support that we give from our office towards people on site. Yeah. And this is where we are really keen on to make sure that they are trained well, that they have um, support from all the other specialists that we have in order to make sure that we don't get any accidents, that we make the right choices. And sometimes, yeah, you have to switch from one choice to the other because the situation is asking for that decision. Yeah, so AI in our in our in our line of work is really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. Okay. Now more in terms of the different markets that you serve. So I understand you have multiple offices, headquarters. Now, in terms of the markets that you serve, what are they?
When we look at the countries, this is the entire Europe.
Okay.
This is the United States, Canada, Mexico, and South America. Yeah.
Do you have any competitors? Do you have many competitors that you struggle to compete with?
There are, of course, there are competitors, but our level of knowledge, yeah, of course, a lot of companies are aiming on very young people to work with them. I am a little bit different in this. I don't aim for the young people because I recognize that the industry is losing a huge amount of knowledge, experience, and know-how because they don't transfer their experiences and their knowledges to the younger generation. This is what we aside of our training that we do. If we recognize that one of the older people is or needs to step out because of his age, or he doesn't want anymore, there's also a possibility, of course. Yeah, then we need to then we are making sure that we have a young person or a younger person who also has an amount of experience and knowledge to go with him. Yeah. Make sure that the knowledge that the older one has is being transferred. Make sure that we keep our experience and know-how at a level that we expect. Yeah. So and this is what I recognize. This is not happening anymore. Yeah, there's a lot of know-how which is lost over the years, and it's getting worse and worse. Yeah.
Would you say that know-how is lost? What's the reason for that?
It's a cost factor. I mean, it's really easy. When one person is stepping out and you need to transfer his knowledge, his experience to someone else, this means that you will have double cost. Yeah. This double cost, you have to earn it back, of course. Yeah. But what is more expensive? Yeah. Keep them together. Yeah. Two people in order to make sure that you don't lose your know-how. Or you have to reinvent the wheel again after a few months.
Right.
Yeah. And this is, I think, the most the biggest issue in order for them to earn money and don't lose too much money. I don't see it as losing money. I'm seeing it as an investment.
Right.
Yeah. Investment in the company, investment in the people.
So is the market aware of this issue?
The market is aware, but doesn't do anything.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know.
The $1 million question.
You can see it at LinkedIn, for instance. Um, there you can see that a lot of people or companies are complaining about this whole phenomenon, but still don't, do anything against it. So,
Are they losing anything concretely? Because theoretically, yeah.
know-how and
Yeah, but
actually money. Yeah, because
okay.
this is what I recognize. Yeah, they don't want to invest in the younger or in the transfer of knowledge and experience to the younger generation. Uh, at that moment, yeah, they don't lose money. This is correct, but on the long term, they are losing money. They have to reinvent everything which the older person knew. They have to reinvent it again.
Yeah.
And this is really a waste of time, a waste of money, and a waste of energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's better to take this up front instead of
That's interesting.
have to go backwards.
Yeah. Yeah. So in terms of you finding new partners and new clients, so your marketing, is this your positioning actually? And how does it impact your business? Does it work?
Everybody or my clients and the projects that I get, my name is familiar by now.
Okay.
after all these years. So I get a lot of requests out of the blue. Yeah, because they know how I work, they know how my company works, and they know that the brain behind it. These are older people. Yeah, it's not only me. I mean, we also have office personnel. We have the people on site in the field. They all have their part in the company and their know-how and their experience. Yeah, the people in the office who don't make direct money are just as important as people who are earning money directly. Yeah, the office personnel. If I don't have them, then the rest won't work. So in that case, we are all at the same level. Yeah, and my job is to bring in projects, to bring in work, and to think of all kinds of things which I think, and this has also been discussed, of course, with various people who are involved in that. When I think something can be done easier, so more structured, more streamlined, then that's my job also.
Okay, so you would say it's mostly inbound leads, referrals. Yeah, it's mostly that. You going to new prospects, especially if they know your name already. How does it sound?
I do personal visits to various companies.
Okay.
I do a lot of marketing through LinkedIn. Of course, when I'm on projects, then I will take that opportunity also in order to get the name familiarized by the companies, subcontractors, contractors, and so on and so on. And this is also the reason why I'm very often at projects in order to make sure that the people are being treated right, in order to make sure that people are doing their jobs correctly. If there are any problems which occur, which are not in the highest priority, but if there are problems that occur, then I consult them together with them on site. And showing your face is, for me, still the best way in order to make sure that GISS Projects is familiarized by the companies and contracts.
Yeah. And you mentioned LinkedIn as well. So
Yeah.
what's the impact of LinkedIn? Does it work? Lots of businesses are on LinkedIn nowadays. It's becoming
LinkedIn
essential.
is working very well for us. I think that the projects that are offered through LinkedIn are around 60-70%. Yeah, worldwide that we.
And are you posting content, or what's the strategy on LinkedIn without going?
This vary from very unofficial messages like Christmas and Happy New Year. Yeah, through all the way up to projects that we have finished, finalized, or during projects, but also, of course, our application, partly knowledge transfer, and so on and so on. So, yeah, it's really broad what we do on LinkedIn.
Yeah, and I'm really curious, just to come back quickly on the loss of the know-how.
Yeah.
The market is aware about it, but they don't do nothing about it.
Yeah.
They don't care for now, because in 5-10 years, whatever, boom, they will lose a lot of money. Yeah. But apparently not yet. So
no, they are losing money already.
Okay.
Yeah, but for some reason it's or they don't care, or they don't see it, that they're wasting money in order or instead of keeping their know-how, their experience inside of their company. Yeah. And this is why we as GISS are doing a lot of, or putting a lot of energy in training and in schooling of the people. Yeah, to make sure that this experience and this know-how stays within our company. Yeah, and it's being transferred. Of course, you'll take a risk. Yeah, if you train someone for a specific kind of job, the risk that he's gonna leave, then he takes this with him. Yeah, this is big. Of course. Do you lose money with it? Yes, also. But this is a risk that you have to take.
Yeah.
And when you treat the people right, pay them the fair amount of money that they deserve. Yeah, so it's not only financially that they have to be satisfied, but also as a person, they have to be satisfied. Yeah, then this loss is minimized.
And talking hypothetically right now, what do you think it would take for the market to not only be aware of this issue, but actually take action on it? Do you have some hypothesis on how you could make that happen? Making sure those businesses, they see the problem and they want to react on it and well, ultimately buy free.
I hope you don't react on it, because this makes my company even more irreplaceable. Yeah, so we are acting on this loss of experience.
Right.
So I hope they do nothing about it for the next 10, 20 years, because this means that I will have a huge amount of work. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I step in their shoes, I would react immediately.
And but they don't. Yeah.
Yeah, but this is something. Yes, I am the CEO, but I still put myself between them, because I want to know what is happening on the work floor, in the fields, in order to keep this to keep my finger on the problems that are occurring on site. Yeah. I mean, of course, you do your reporting and everything. Yeah. My people also make their reports, but still, it doesn't work the same as personal contact, visiting the sites to make sure that you understand what is going on and what the specific problems are on that project.
Yeah.
Yeah. This takes a huge amount of traveling. This takes a huge amount of time. But in this case, you can react directly when something changes.
Yeah.
And this is what most CEOs or managers or whatever, they want to sit in a home office or hybrid or what else, what other modern ways of working there are.
Yeah.
I still believe going on site, show your face, being physically there. Yeah. I have never seen a project been done from a remote office. Yeah. We always have our people on site, but we have our strategy. We say, okay, we send people on site. If the costs for that project are too high, we can also put in a junior, but with the same amount of experience and knowledge behind it. And this is a thing that we thought about and that we worked out. We have a whole scenario for that. In order to keep the costs at a lower level, but keep the experience and the know-how at the highest possible level. If the person on site doesn't know how to solve some problems, they always have, they can always fall back on our thinking tank at the office. And this is a service that we offer to our projects.
Right. Yeah, I guess it's appreciated as well to to have the CEO just putting on the boots and go, right?
Yeah, step in the dirt.
Yeah, this is what a leader should do.
I'm not too good for it. Yeah, very simple. I mean, I've started there. I started in dirt. I started as welder, dirty hands, and this was, honest money that I've learned with dirt. And now that I'm the CEO, doesn't mean that I have to step that I don't step in the field anymore. Is what I still do, and I still like it.
Yeah,
35 years.
Yeah, and I guess people respect it as well. It's it's traditional. Yeah, it seems like it's quite a traditional market as well, right?
Yeah, of course they try to modernize with visual intelligence and so on and so on, and also the remote jobs and everything, but you cannot lead a project on a distance. It's impossible.
Yeah,
because you need to be on site. You have to see what is going on, which problems do occur, which barriers do you find? So a project manager from 500 kilometers or 600 miles distance, I don't believe in it.
Yeah. Are you far away from robots doing all the work?
Yeah.
More than a few days? Yeah.
No, it's very simple. A robot, this is nice. And for some industries, it is suitable. Yeah. I mean, welding on cars, putting cars together, very nice. Robot doesn't drink, don't get ill, doesn't complain, doesn't smoke, and don't need a break. But still, there are no computers on this entire earth that can think and react as quick as person.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a very simple. For instance, a welder. Yeah, a welder can react within a few hundredths of a second when he sees something happening during welding. There's no robot. There's no computer who can think that fast and react.
And also creatively, right?
And then we come back to the experience and the know-how and everything.
Yeah.
A welder doesn't have a book with him or 100 books. Yeah. I always do the comparison, yeah, between a lawyer and a welder. A lawyer earns around 150, 200, 400 euros or dollars an hour.
Good.
What does he have? A huge closet with all kinds of books, the internet, and everything. A welder doesn't earn that much, but he also doesn't have all this information under his hands. All this information needs to be in his head.
Yeah.
And still he earns less than a lawyer. Yeah. He can react within a few hundredths of a second. Think, react, and adjust.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't
Right.
seen a computer reacting that fast. And
Yeah.
or think that fast and react within this amount of time. Do I see robots or artificial intelligence taking over? No way. Not in a million years.
A million years. My gosh. That's a lot.
No, because how long did it take for a human being to learn what we are now? Yeah, let's say from the year 0 till 2025. There's an evolution. This took over 2,000 years. And how does the industry want to create something which is just as smart, as fast, and as intelligent as a person, human being,
Yeah.
and try to create something within 10, 20 years?
Yeah. Yeah.
No
Yes.
way.
Yeah.
No way.
It's like the like pilots. I'm a plane pilot actually.
Yeah.
And there has been a lot of conversations about AI taking over, those planes.
Yeah.
But number one, I think financially also for the airlines, it's going to be bad if there's no pilots anymore because everyone will be super scared at the beginning. But also the creative thinking that you need when you are 10,000 feet, one engine is out, co-pilot has food poisoning, cumulonimbus, giant cloud in front of you, and the passenger screaming. You need to be smart and think out of the box at that point, which a robot can't. Exactly, experience. This is what you want to have.
And this is why I said it from the beginning. And that's why I keep the experience and know-how within my company. Because there are too many variables in the various industries. If I'm an airplane pilot or a welder, there are too many variables which a human being can take with him and make a decision instead of a computer or a robot to make the decision for them.
Yeah.
And when this should occur, that robots or artificial intelligence is taking over the thinking and judging of the human beings. Yeah. You can answer this one yourself. If some actions are being taken away from a human being, What does he do?
He does nothing.
He does nothing. He's getting lazy. He stopped thinking because my artificial intelligence and my robot is doing the thinking for me, which will create one thing. Instead of that, we are going from the year 0 to 2025, evolving and making people smarter. Then we are going back to the year 0. We are making people more and more stupid, lazy, not thinking for themselves anymore. Hey, this is an awesome prediction for the next 2025 years. Unfortunately, this de-evolving is going faster than learning. People are very easy to say, okay, listen, okay, when they are thinking for me, then I don't have to do it.
Yeah.
So they stop thinking. And the only thing that they do, and they will come to mainstream media, everything what they show us is true.
Yeah.
Not always. Not always. And this is why I try to promote thinking for themselves.
Yeah.
Find your own solutions. Don't wait for someone else to carry it with or bring it on your table. Yeah. I mean, I've got children. And this is the best example. Yeah. What does a child do when he doesn't understand his homework? Mom, Dad, I don't understand it. Mom and Dad are coming on and they give them the answer. They don't learn nothing from that. They don't learn at all because they get the answer. Someone else is thinking for them. They are getting lazy and they know the next time I ask my parents, they will give me the answer. And you create people who are not thinking. Let them think for themselves. Make their own reality instead of waiting for someone else to give them the reality they want.
That's interesting. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's technology. And in some industries, maybe not your industry, but some industries, company A and B are both competitors, but company A leverages AI, company B is going out of business. In some industries nowadays, this is how it's going to go.
I don't say that robots and AI are 100% useless. Not at all. I mean, there are a lot of industries where you can put your robots in, where you can maybe even put AI in. But we still have to rely on human thinking.
Yeah.
On simple human, intelligence.
Critical thinking. Yeah. I fully agree.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, artificial intelligence, it should be self-learning. And what if the mistake is being programmed by a person who doesn't think because he relies on artificial intelligence or his robot? They will have the wrong input and you will get the wrong output. Artificial intelligence, not really useful at that point.
Yeah.
So at the end, you always come back to human being. And this is who you have to rely on to put the right information in this software, in this machine, in this robot, in this whatever.
So anyone who is listening right now thinks that, my gosh, John is a genius, and I want to have a conversation with this guy. I want to open up a conversation.
Yes.
How can they actually reach out to you, and how can they have this conversation with you, John?
Through email, through LinkedIn, direct call, my website.
At home with a beer.
And even when it's necessary, yeah.
Let's go.
When it's necessary. This is no. I'm really simple in these things. Yeah. I even dive over to the companies in order for them to get the information that they want. If they are really interested in my view on this, I fly or drive over, and I will explain them how my view. This is my personal opinion, and this is how I also run my company. Yeah, and I know that there are a huge amount of people who are disagreeing and really rely on this.
Yeah.
We're in a free world. Everybody may think what he wants. Yeah. So if they want to contact me, there's always a way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
Wonderful.
even through internet.
Yeah. Even through AI. No, beautiful. Well, thank you, John, for sharing your points. Super interesting. Truly appreciate the more traditional approach and thinking. I'm quite young. And when I imagine the future of AI and so on, it's not always pleasant to imagine. I'm more of the traditional approach as well. But hey, life is going, and we still need to have hope, right, in the right way. So, but thank you for the interview.
Okay, you're welcome. Thanks for interviewing.